Quick one for you. I think this is definitely incompetence. The reason for that is, as people have said previously, you can now go down to 1 million lines on Excel, and you can go across to XXX number of columns.
Yeah.
So first thing is, it looks like they're using old software anyway. But the flip side of it, coming back to your batches, is we use a piece of software called Access, which is also made by Microsoft.
Right.
And what that does is it will pull data from different programs and put it into a format that you can extract it into an Excel spreadsheet. The problem is, if you're using the old version of the software...
But why would anybody be using the old version of the software?
Well, let me give you an illustration of
Please.
that.
You're very good at this. Also, you sound a bit like Brian Cox, which adds to your general air of geniusness.
Oh, that's good. I'll take that. I'll record this and keep it. Basically, I go to the hospital and I have retinal scanning of my eyes because I'm diabetic.
Yes.
And the piece of software that they use to do that is based around Windows 95. Now, across the NHS, you have software that's up to date and you have software that's well out of date.
Yeah.
It would suggest what happens with a batch size of 64,000 lines. But on the piece of software that we use, I was running a file last week which is 210,000 lines of data. So I tried to copy into an Excel spreadsheet, and it immediately tells me you have exceeded the total amount that you can put onto the clipboard and copy across to Excel.
Right.
So if somebody's not paying attention, they just go to copy the file and put it into the spreadsheet, it will only copy 64,000 lines and it won't copy the rest. So that
fits the facts as we know them, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it's one of those things. It's probably somebody's using old software and they've not been aware. You go in there, you do a copy-paste, you put it into Excel, you get 64,000 lines, you put your thumbs up and think, great. You should notice at that point that your spreadsheet's full, and it really doesn't take a genius to know. If you've got 10 lines and you put 10 lines in, then there isn't going to be an 11th or 12th line. It looks like
it's caught into I'm translating it to really simplistic layman's language. It's caught into a pint pot territory, Alex, this, isn't it?
Absolutely. But do you know what I find also quite interesting about this is that Excel is probably the market leader, and it's probably the spreadsheet that everybody knows.
Yes.
Why did somebody feel the need to throw Microsoft under the bus and say it's Microsoft's problem here because the software won't do what we tell it to do?
Well, they haven't done that yet. The Daily Mail is reporting that the problem was caused by an Excel spreadsheet reaching its maximum file size, which stopped new names being added in an automated process. I think, and it may never be confirmed or proved, it may be wrong, it may be right. I'm just reporting what's being reported. It may. I don't think anyone's trying to blame it on the software. I think it's clear that this should not have happened, and even a cursory tuning into this programme for the last 10 minutes would have made it clear that if it does turn out to have been down to the spreadsheet reaching its maximum file size, then it is categorically human incompetence that created this situation.
I would agree. Yeah. I would suggest to the government, who is spending billions and billions of pounds of our money for fun at the moment, that they just contact Microsoft and update their software to the latest version.